Hi guys, my name is Gilan Gork. I'm a mentalist and I specialize in doing things like reading minds or influencing people to do or say what I want them to do. And my book is called Persuasion Games. It's coming out in the middle of April and I have a seminar running off that book. It's in the last week of May. We're going to be in 5 cities. That's Johannesburg, Durban, Cape Town, Bloemfontein and PE. And you're going to learn at that seminar how to become more influential and persuasive in your life. And I'm going to teach it to you by revealing how psychics seem to do the impossible. We're going to try a little mind reading demonstration right now. See if you can tell whether this is real psychic powers or not. Okay, so we're going to try this this experiment. The first one that we're going to try will have to do with trying to read a specific thought from your mind. And let's see how it goes. No, it's not going to be something that's too personal or anything like that. I'll only focus on the positive. Okay. So we're going to make it random. We're going to have it, you choose a word out of this book. There's around 300... A word. So there's about 300 pages in this book. I want you to go ahead and turn to any page that you like. As you're reading through that content, I'm going to ask you to choose one word. But here's the thing. Don't choose a word that's too simple. So don't choose, for example, and, or he, or she, or it, or house. You know, that would be too short. That would be too easy for me to try and get from you. So I want you to choose a nice complex word, a nice big word, something you don't think I could ever get, okay? And don't even let me see the page, not that I'm looking, but I want you to be sure that there's no way I could possibly tell what word. So choose like a nice, something challenging, something interesting. Okay, so I want you to think about what it may be. In fact, I need to know though that this is something that you can actually imagine in your mind. This is something you can visualize, okay? I'm going to ask you just to visualize what it is. Now, what I can tell is that you can tend to be quite a creative person when you want to be, although sometimes you know how to be quite sort of down the line and organized. But I want you to think about it in creative terms, all right? And try and visualize it in your mind. Now, I must admit, this might be a little bit more difficult than what I at first anticipated. I think you might be thinking of something quite interesting here. I'm just going to go ahead and write down just the first letter of what it is that I think you might be thinking of, okay? I'm sensing some sort of simplicity here, but I am also sensing that this is quite a long word. Is this quite a long word that you've chosen? Would I be right in saying that? I might be wrong, but I'm going to go ahead and write down just the first letter. I've committed myself here, so you can tell us what is just the first letter of the word that you're thinking of.
It's W.
W, alright. Now I wrote S, which might seem to be completely wrong, but what I wrote over here was something that was, I was thinking of like something sweet, something sugary, something, I don't know why I was sensing maybe something that was almost, I'm imagining in your mind, I can almost imagine someone enjoying whatever it is that you might be thinking of. I'm not sure if this really makes any sense to you, but it might not. I think maybe what I was picking up was the feelings that might be associated with it, as opposed to what it is that you're actually thinking of. If you had to imagine actually thinking of what it is in your mind, would I be correct in saying that this is something you can visualize as definitely something which is an object, and I think it's something, as I'm looking at you and trying to read your thought, I think it's something that you could probably hold, but I think it's quite heavy. I think it could tend to be quite heavy. I don't know why I'm getting the feeling of a baby, something someone might hold like a baby. This is weird what I'm getting from you. It's very, very mixed up, but I'm actually gonna go ahead and write down something here, because what I'm saying might sound quite cryptic. I'm going to write down a word over here. And in fact, I'm going to write it down on 2 lines. I could be completely wrong. I could be completely wrong. And it's happened before. But tell us, what is the word that you're thinking of?
I think you have it.
What is it?
It's watermelon.
Watermelon?
Yes.
And that is exactly what I